Tonight, what is art? Different kinds of talents were showcased at the Barr Colony Center, giving crowds a taste of diversity. And culture and fusion. We'll tell you why local artists feel teaming culture and arts together is important for the border city. Plus, search continues. Why hunting season is shedding new hope for the McCann family to find Lyle and Marie, who went missing 14 months ago.
In sports, Decision Day. Lloydminster product and Toronto Maple Leafs forward Clark MacArthur is the 8th NHL player to be suspended this preseason.
You are watching UCAP News, the weekend edition.
Good evening. Thank you for joining us. So, Aaron, just news developing about Scott MacArthur. I know that he came to...
Clark MacArthur.
Clark MacArthur. There we go. He was at the Lloydminster golf tournament this summer, but he's in a bit of trouble, I'm hearing.
Yeah, Clark MacArthur had a hit yesterday on a Detroit player. Today, he had a meeting with Brendan Shanahan, and all of that kind of unfolded. He is suspended for a couple of games, so I'll have more on that coming up a bit later on, though, in sports.
All right, and Shauna, it's gloomy outside, but are these seasonal temperatures that are to be expected for this time of year?
Actually, we are sitting above seasonal temperatures, and you know what? There is a little bit of rain coming our way this evening as we take a look across Lloydminster, though now we're sitting at 11 degrees. And yes, the shower activity should start. Maybe it's started in parts of the city already, and it'll continue on into the overnight hours for the Lakeland and Battleford, sitting at both 13 degrees. With showers starting sometime around 8 o'clock in the Battlefords, and it has been raining in the Battlefords and will continue on into the overnight hours. How much rain and how long will it last? I'll have your full weather forecast coming up a little later on.
Local artists with different talents took the Juba stage by storm last night as part of the Alberta Arts Days celebration. From singing, dancing to storytelling, each performer infused a bit of culture into their work.
Singing, dancing, and storytelling.
Charlie was a beautiful tropical.
It was a night of free entertainment put on by talented locals.
Alberta Arts Days are all about local arts and the artists who create them.
In a setting where the audience and performers share the stage, the experience allows both parties to really get involved.
Having an intimate gathering like this, it allows us to really feel the vibe from our audience, and then we feed off of that and deliver a more soulful, more passionate performance.
A chance for people to interact with the artists and just to be aware that there is an arts happening in Lloydminster, and that people who are interested can jump on board and be a part of it whenever they want.
Performing in Spanish, Angela Rugama says the infusion of culture into the arts is fitting for a multicultural country.
Which brings in little tidbits of the country, little tidbits of the mountains, little tidbits of the lakes, and you bring it all together and you have different diverse people doing different diverse things, and everybody gets to enjoy it.
Hitting closer to home, Rugama says it's an element that's also very important in a city with growing diversity.
It's small enough to enjoy each aspect of that diversity. It's also getting big enough to have it all encompassing and have more events like this.
And moving on to more Arts Days celebration earlier this afternoon at the Barr Colony Center. Many different types of artworks were showcased for the community to learn something new. Shauna Rochek has the story.
Showcasing everything from different dance forms, a cake decorating contest, and a plasticine head sculpture workshop, Cultural Days is providing local artisans an opportunity to strut their stuff.
It's just a way of kind of giving them recognition and a free event to the public to see the work that they do within the community. And
for Amanda Amundrud, creating a space to connect with others in the community through local food, art, music, and movement is what she's hoping to develop in the region.
This is a place of consciousness. This is a place where, we come together to share what we know. So we're calling forward all people of Lloydminster and area to come and teach what they know, share with each other, and create that unity and community here.
A teacher, Amundrud always dreamed of having her own school and believes the community is ready for a learning space such as this one.
There's an amazing creative scene here. There's a lot of talented musicians and artists, and we're all kind of hanging out in our basements and living rooms, and we need a gathering space.
Henna is an art form with deep traditions and culture in both India and Pakistan. Tattooing as a group for 2 years, Pushkala Subramani says, initially residents were surprised by this type of art form.
They were kind of curious to know about that, and once they got it done, they started liking it, and many of them are coming now.
Unlike the application of an ink tattoo, Subramani says her clientele likes the long-term benefits of this type of creative expression.
They don't want the tattoo stay there on their body parts for a long time. Oh, this is pretty handy for them because this one stays just for a couple of weeks and then it goes away.
Fergusson is hoping this weekend's Cultural Days shows the public that art is more than just drawing on paper.
It's just a creative expression, so it's just nice for everyone to get a sense of all the different types of arts and mediums that you can use.
Shauna Roshik, Newcap News.
We're going to take a quick break from news. Aaron Streck joins us at the desk with some sports. He'll have details about Clark MacArthur. I got it right this time.
I will have details on that, yeah. But besides Clark MacArthur's big news, the AJHL Showcase. That's going on in, I want to say Spruce Grove, okay. And I think it is Spruce Grove. Yes, it is Spruce Grove. Jeez. Spruce Grove, and all 16 teams in the AJ are there. The added pressure of scouts in the stands didn't affect the Bobcats or the Pontiacs as both clubs picked up victories in their first games at the AJHL Showcase Friday. The Cats went 2 for 2 with another W this afternoon. Canmore opened the scoring a minute in, but the Orange and Black responded with 5 to go in the first. Kyle Bowen sniped it on a breakaway 30 seconds into the second, and Lloyd broke it open with 2 in the third. The Eagles scored in the final minute, but too little, too late. The Cats double up Canmore 4-2. As for the Pontiacs, they were also in action this afternoon, but I don't have a final to update you on at this time. The NHL's Vice President of Player Safety, Brendan Shanahan, has cracked down on hits to the head so far this preseason. Today he sat down with local product and Toronto Maple Leafs forward Clark MacArthur for his hit on Detroit's Justin Abdelkader last night. The 26-year-old has become the 8th NHL player to be suspended. MacArthur will miss the rest of the preseason and 2 regular season games. The former Medicine Hat Tiger will lose over $35,000 in salary. He will be eligible to return to the Leafs lineup October 15th against Calgary. The Holy Rosary Raiders, coming off a rare beatdown of the comp last Friday, 63-21, were home yesterday looking to stay undefeated on the season as they hosted the Wainwright Commandos. The Raiders fly out of the gate in this one. First play from scrimmage, Drew Bexon takes the handoff and scampers 60 yards down to the Commandos' 5-yard line, but the Raiders couldn't capitalize and it's still scoreless. On the Raiders' next possession, they stick to the ground game, and this time it pays off. Donavan Grannum takes it 35 yards to the house. Raiders up 7-0. Then on the last play of the opening cue, it's Bexon again, busting to the outside and blows by the D on his way to the end zone. Holy up 17-0 after 1. Wainwright trying to get back in it, but this won't help as James Kennelly coughs it up. The Raiders recover, and it's Bexon again as this kid is ripping it up on the ground. His second touchdown of the game makes it 23-0 home side. And it was all Raiders all day in this one as Colton Hippe airs it out to Grannum for the 27-yard pickup. 2 plays later, guess who? Bexon again punches it in to put the Raiders up 29 at the half. In the third, the Raiders keep it coming. Hippe finds Joel King for the touchdown. It's 35-zip. Holy would be too much for the Commandos in this one as the Raiders improve to 5-0 as they cruise to the 42-6 win.
I mean, I'm always happy with the win, but really not happy with the effort we put in tonight. Didn't seem to be bringing it like we should have. Attribute a bit of that, I guess, to the emotional high we were on last week, and it was tough to match that. So it was good to play this game this week where our best effort wasn't really needed.
We just weren't really focused. We weren't doing the little things right like we should. We know we have to focus on the little things more because we can get the overall game pretty good.
The Barons were also in action Friday afternoon up in Cold Lake. The back-to-back champs are still in search, though, of their first win as the Royals crown the Barons 29-20. The comp is running out of time, though, to notch that first victory with only 2 weeks left in the Wheatland regular season. To the Bantam ranks we go, and the Chargers welcome the Bonnyville Bandits to town this afternoon. It was a back-and-forth affair that Bonnyville pulled out in the end, 40-30. As for the Mustangs, who scored over 150 points in their last 2 games, they were up in Cold Lake, and at this time I don't have a final to report to you.